This is going to sound remarkably
pretentious,
and
ostentatious, and douchey. Yeah.
But we really don't reference other movies ever when we're doing stuff. I mean, like, honestly, our biggest influence in film is documentaries. That's what we're obsessed with, and we would probably make them if they didn't take 4 years and ruin your bank account. You know
and your marriage, and most of your friendships.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
I am in a tailspin. I'm lonely, borderline desperate.
Don't you want me?
I have so much to give, you know? I have all these gifts. I'm a blast.
We're kind of like having a conversation here,
Okay. I'm gonna have some conversations too here eventually.
It's really stressful in a lot of ways to be an actor on our sets because we're asking a lot of them to.
We work in a state of confusion, basically.
Yeah, they need to improvise. They need to find the moments, and we don't let them lean on the script too much. We want them to try to reinvent some of the dialogue and make it fresh.
We don't do any blocking. Like, our whole goal is to just set up a room and basically foster an interaction that we feel is interesting and real.
Sounds like Steve Miller. You know that one Steve Miller song?
No, it doesn't.
We'll basically tweak anything in order to get that, and we'll throw the script out. We'll, reinsert different motivations. We're always working within the framework of what that scene is trying to accomplish and the scope of what the whole narrative is doing. And that's something that we're keeping in mind. But honestly, if we're not getting a genuine and in-the-moment performance, we'll throw everything away just to get to that point where, the actors have released all these previously conceived ideas about what a scene should be and are just interacting with this other person.
I don't care what every actor says. Most of them rehearse their lines in the mirror.
Is it good?
Hi, sorry. I was in the neighborhood and Cyrus came out to let me in. I'm sorry.
Hi.
There's, an openness to the tone of how things can happen. The story and where it's headed usually stays, in the same point A to point B to point C. But the colors of that change on, depending on a lot of the actors' moods and what is inspiring us in the moment. So, there's a couple of different movies that could have been made out of the footage, we have on the computer.
By a couple, he means like 50.
50, yeah. We do have a script and we know where the scene is headed, but the dialogue itself is improvised, so we do have a lot of different directions. It took us almost 9 months to edit Cyrus.
Why does this keep happening to me? It's the second time this week.
Really?
Yeah. The other one was my wife. What am I doing? I'm just gonna mess this up. Because you're a really hot girl, and I'm just...
You're not messing it up.
Are you flirting with me?
Mark and I come from a cave. We were not working on 30 people independent film sets. We were working on 5-person film sets.
And we've never had we've paid for all of our movies ourselves, so we've never had someone else's money before. So that was a whole new item.
It's not even about answering to anybody else. It's about discussing it with anybody else.
It's communication. Jay and I discovered that we were particularly bad at communicating what we needed done because we share a shorthand, and we share a shorthand with our previous cast and crew who are our friends, parents, and wives, essentially. So we had to really get good at setting them at ease and saying, yes, I know you just watched 4 hours of improvised dailies, 10% of which are out of focus, and you can't really see the script in there, but there's a scene, and that's not really good enough. Like, you gotta go in there and show them. So we would have to, cut some scenes for them and let them into our process. And once we kind of figured that out, everything went smoothly. But it was a little rocky for a while, kind of all of us finding our footing,
Man, I can't believe how deep into it I am.
I love being with you.
Hey, guys.
Whoa!
Sorry for interrupting you.
She has a grown son.
Oh my God.
I'm Cyrus. To John, our new friend. So, are you gonna stay the night?
I haven't had a man over since Cyrus was born.
It's great to finally have a new dad. Night, John.
Actually, your mom's in the shop.
Story and acting is everything. That's 90% of it, is story and acting. That's why all of us are going to see movies. I really believe that thing.
I think that's the clearest part of it, is that when you're working in the micro-budget sphere, the things that are afforded to you are good acting and good story. Everything else kind of starts to get expensive. So I think that's why there's a focus on that and this process in particular.